Hello, what is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this is still my 31 days of horror movie reviews, and I'm almost regretting it, if I'm being completely honest. This might be one of the worst movies on this list, and you might be thinking, well, why did you do it? Because I'm a completist, and I started the Urban Legends trilogy, and so I decided to finish it out with Urban Legends Bloody Mary. This is a 2005 horror film that was obviously directed to DVD, but it's directed by Mary Lambert, and if that name sounds familiar, she, believe it or not, directed the original Pet Sematary, and she even did Pet Sematary 2. Now, she hasn't done a whole lot of movies in between these, but how did you go from that to this bullshit? This was so bad, so horrible, absolutely, just, okay. The beginning of the movie, you see in 1969, these three football players have drugged and they're about to kidnap and probably do some pretty messed up stuff to their dates. And one of them, though, escapes, this girl Mary, and as she runs away, one guy catches up to her, punches her in the face, she hits her head, and he thinks she's dead. Oops! So instead of, I don't know, trying to save her life, he goes, well, I'm just gonna lock her in this old trunk of this abandoned area and leave her there. Of course, she wasn't dead, but yeah. So in present day, we meet our new main characters. Sam is played by Kate Mara, and I want to talk about Kate Mara because today, if you were to ask me today, hey, what do you think of Kate Mara? I would say she's great. She's a great actress. I really enjoy seeing her and stuff. There's so many things that I can say, hey, if you watch this movie, Kate Mara is going to stand out. She's going to be one of the best parts of that movie. Not this one, though. And I've quoted this film so many times because I saw this movie years and years ago. And I remember thinking, wow, the main actress in this movie sucks. She's never going to be anywhere, never going to go anywhere in life. But she got on to be Kate Mara, and I've liked her ever since. So, look, this is probably like her first movie, first big thing that she's starring in. So I'm not going to blame her. She clearly was not ready for such a role like this, but luckily this was directed DVD. Luckily, probably a lot of people haven't seen this film, and so they can't cite this as being something that Kate Mara was shitty in. I can, though, and it hurts that it still exists, that it's still easy to find, it's still able to be watched now if you so want to. Hopefully you guys are smarter than that and you won't do it, but if you do, just know she gets better. Give her some time. Her line delivery, her trying to be scared, very forced, very over the top, very just not convincing at all. But again, it's not her fault because nobody in this movie is convincing at all. The scenes where she's talking to her friends, especially the one scene where they conjure up the Bloody Mary thing because they're joking around and they're having fun, having a slumber party. It's bad. It's the baddest of the bad acting. But even from a script standpoint, when they do this Bloody Mary thing, they all disappear. And they wake up the next morning in the middle of nowhere, and they all think that it was like a prank or something. And then it's just like, okay, that's it. I'm like, really? That was so random. And they have no memory of it, so of course it just happened just because. Some of the kills in the movie, let's go through this. One of the girls has spiders coming out of her face. This big, huge bump on her face. She picks at it, and then spiders start coming out. She freaks out. She breaks her mirror and starts cutting her face off from the mirror. It sounds gruesome. It sounds grotesque, and probably in the script it sounded worse than what it was. But because it's such horrible CGI, because it looks so effing fake, that it's embarrassing and it's more laughable than anything else. Yeah, that sucked. And then you have this other guy who he gets electrocuted because he's peeing outside near a fence. Really scary, folks. And Sam's brother in the movie David is played by Robert Vito. And I tried to look this kid up just to see if he had been in anything else. Maybe, because he's horrible too as an actor. Maybe he has gone on to be somebody or be in something to where I could defend him. But no, he's only been in one other film, which was before this one. Spy Kids 3. Let that sink in. No wonder why he quit acting after this. And they eventually run into this character, Grace, who just so happened to be one of the girls from that night. She's played by Tina LaFord, and I've seen her in a few things before, so seeing her in this shitty movie, in this horrible part, in some of the scenes, like, she's probably the only halfway decent actress here, but in a crap fest like this, who cares at this point? The script is so bad, the twists and turns that this movie dares to try to do. I mean, because you have this Bloody Mary character that's supposed to be scary, supposed to be creepy. I also don't understand how this fits into the urban legends films in general, because if you think about it, the first one was a serial killer who was using urban legends to kill people or to have their bodies strung up and to leave some sort of calling card. And in the second movie, same thing. It was a serial killer who was killing people more according to movies, and at least it had a theme to it. But there was no ghost, there was no demons, no possession-like stuff going on until this film. So I don't know if they just ran out of ideas or if they just said, F it. Ghosts and demons and possessions are things that cost nothing, require no real ideas or real script at the end of the day. Let's just put this together, slap the urban legends name on it. I know Bloody Mary is an urban legend, but it's too on the nose. It's too, like, you have to go into the ghost ideas now at this point. This isn't connected to the other films. It doesn't keep up that same slasher aspect that I've enjoyed. At least I might not have loved these urban legend movies, but at least they were slashers, and I can't even say that about this one. The horrible acting, the horrible writing, the horrible direction too. I mean, you can't tell that Mary Lambert has done something that's even a bigger budget or something that's been put in theaters at all. This is a train wreck. This is a travesty. This, if you haven't seen Urban Legends Bloody Mary, stay away from it. Stay far away from it. I'm giving this a fuck you. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Urban Legends Bloody Mary? If you saw it, if you haven't, be good, be safe, good job in life, because clearly I must be an idiot to have to sit down and watch this for a second time in my life. Hopefully I'll never have to do it again. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later. Souls taken over by a devilish path. You got me walking on broken glass. Kicking down the door with a Jason mask, with a dead dumb machete, but you motherfuckers know it's heavy. Anytime you're ready, you can get you with a Bowie. Setting up to blow me, but the bitch don't know me. Who's going on?